This is Rachel Kaiser with RunningShoes.com. I'm here at Summer OR 2014 with Brendan from New Balance. What shoe do you have for us today?
Today I have the Fresh Foam Zante. It's a really exciting shoe. It's brand new to the collection. The idea on this is obviously it's following into the Fresh Foam collection that we have, which is really our data to design. The idea behind Fresh Foam is really starting from the outsole, just this nice, smooth, consistent transition from heel to toe. There's no gaps, there's no breaks in the midfoot area, so you always have that nice, smooth transition that's happening. You also have this convex and concave shaping that's happening from 3D mapping and pressure plate mapping that's happening. So again, it's a single piece midsole, but it's inherently stable. The great thing about the Zante, Fresh Foam Zante, is that it is brand new to the collection, and it complements our 980 that's out in the market right now, and the Bora K that's coming out at the same time in Q1 15. This one is, again, a little bit lighter than the Bora K. It's a 6 mil offset that's happening. You get a little bit more toe spring in the forefoot area, again, for a nice smoother transition. And again, from an upper standpoint, lending to that kind of story that's happening in our Fresh Foam collection is nice floating panels that are no-sewed construction. We also have a bootie construction on the Zante where the tongue and that vamp and saddle area is stitched together. So again, a nice glove-like fit that's happening throughout the transition and the gait cycle of the shoe.
And for runners who haven't run in the Fresh Foam family before, tell us a little bit about the data that went into designing this new technology for New Balance.
Yeah. So the idea is we wanted to take a midsole compound that's kind of our softest in our top end level and really make it inherently stable. And that's a challenge. Generally, you see a lot of shoes out there that'll have a posting mechanism happening on the medial side. We wanted to say, like, how can we take learnings from science and somehow make it inherently more stable? And what we did is we took our pressure mapping testing from our biomechanical lab and put it into a 3D software, and out came from that a nice smooth transition that creates from heel to toe convex and concave shapes that give more release in certain areas and more output and more support in certain areas, so that when they're running from heel to toe off, they're going to be nicely in a neutral stance throughout the gait cycle.
And this is definitely an evolution for New Balance, having Fresh Foam be in more shoes than just the 980. How do you think this sits next to the 980?
So this one I would say is for a little bit, the person that's looking for a little bit more faster running, a little bit more responsive. I mean, the tagline we're using on this one is smooth, just got fast. The Bora K is more, and the 980 that's out there right now is more for the person that wants a little bit more cushioning underneath the foot. This is at a 6 mil offset, so a little bit more racing type of feel, whereas the Bora K is a 4 mil offset, again, a little bit more natural offset stance that's happening, but a little bit more cushioning underneath the foot.
Well, thank you so much, Brendan. And this has been Rachel with RunningShoes.com.